How are you guys doing? Hopefully, I've got all the bubbles off in my hot tub. It's like really loud normally, so I turn them off because look. Is that really loud? Currently watching BGC 13. Yeah, I think it's on Hulu, right? YouTube videos have me weak. Oh, so do you guys have any questions about the finale? I mean, I haven't seen it, but of course, I know what happened in real life. Which, of course, is better than what you guys just see. It's a bit loud. Okay, I'll turn it off. Okay, that's better. Not loud is kind of relaxing. Yeah, okay, so this rubber duck actually is a, it's for, oh no, I just got the end of my hair wet. This is for bromine tablets, so it's like a type of chlorine that you put in the hot tub. So it slow releases the chlorine, so that's what the duck is for. I know I have a rubber duck in my pool too, and I have like a little fish that floats around for chlorine. A lot of people just put things that hide. Natalie versus Christina. Okay, so everybody did keep asking me about that fight. So, please explain girl code versus toilet paper. Okay, so that's actually in the video that I'm going to post after I get off of this live. You're going to hear the whole thing about the toilet paper and girl code, and y'all are literally going to be laughing because it's a joke. So, Christina and Natalie, that fight was actually one of the beginning days in the house. So it was maybe on day 2 or something. Whatever day Janelle got there and we were filming Janelle's intro shot was the day that fight happened. So it was basically interrupted because we were doing shots that day to backtrack. Because keep in mind, in that house, it was like almost every single day we were backtracking because things would happen and then the camera guy would only have pieces of it and then the main camera crew would get there like at 2 o'clock. So it was always backtracking. So that fight was happening in the midst of filming something else. For story-wise, it would have probably been too confusing for them to insert that fight. If I remember correctly, I don't remember an actual physical fight taking place that day. I could be wrong because there was a lot going on. I remember being at the foyer with Natalie, and Natalie at one point was like holding my hand. She's like, don't go nowhere, don't go nowhere. And she was yelling at Christina. Christina was jumping on the couch, cussing Natalie out, saying like, you're not gonna play this false narrative, like I'm this and that. And it had to do, of course, with the makeup all over again. She didn't like how Natalie was trying to play her. She's like, if you have makeup, we were promised hair and makeup on this show, now you're trying to play me now that we're in the house and she doesn't have hair and makeup. So Christina was jumping on that sofa like, bitch, da-da-da, whatever else. And I, at one point, the producers had to come in and they were like, Sarah, go over there. And I'm like, no, like Natalie wants me to see. He's like, no, go over there. And I said, no, because I'm going to have to hear this later that I didn't have her back or I wasn't beside her and I got to live with her. And they're like, well, we're the producer. Like, you have to. And I said, no, because I got to be in this house with her. Like, I don't want to hear her mouth all night long. She was literally holding my hand for me not to leave. She's like, no, Sarah, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. So, yeah, it was like really stupid. It was like tacky and dumb. But I don't personally, you guys would have to ask Christina. I don't believe an actual fight broke out. Natalie was in the foyer. Christina was on the sofa. And at one point, I like went to the side, which was like the dining room where all the cameras were setting. All right, what else are you guys talking about? Wait, isn't Christina from New Jersey? Huh? Yeah, Christina is Jersey. I don't get what you mean. Judy's been over it. I don't blame her for leaving. Yeah, Judy had it pretty rough. I didn't realize. I knew like Sydney was coming for her, but keep in mind, I wasn't in their room knowing what was happening at nighttime. It's like at nighttime, she was being her friend when the cameras weren't around. Like Sydney, that is. Sydney was like being cool with Judy, so that was confusing as well because it's like, wait, You guys slept in the same room last night. Everything was fine. And then now the next day comes, you're trying to argue and be like, well, last night Judy locked me out of the room. Okay, so why didn't you have a problem last night when there was no cameras? But now that there's cameras, you want to be mad about last night? Like, make it make sense. Because if you make me mad at nighttime and there's no cameras, guess what? I'm going to go off on you at nighttime, which is the live I posted. There was no cameras other than Natalie's live. That's why I was, like, super frustrated. Like, you're not going to keep being my friend off camera and then you guys keep playing me on camera. Like, I don't operate like that. That's why I'm always looking confused, because I'm like, wait, what just happened? Like, I'm not a dumb blonde, guys. Like, I made all A's in school. But it's just the back and forth. Like, when I see a camera, I don't switch to a different person. I ignore that the camera's even there. Like, my voice doesn't go up. I don't get animated. I'm literally the same person. And if you see, like, I'm pretty calm throughout most of the show. Like, even with the Me and Seven thing, I was calling her out, but I was sitting on the couch like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, cool. And then the same thing on the basketball court when Natalie just started coming for me out of nowhere. And I'm like, wait, what's happening? This is between me and Sydney. Like, no. And if y'all don't remember on season 11, I was the exact same way. I'm like, no, I like you. I don't want to fight you. But if you want to fight, we can fight. I don't do the whole yelling rah-rah thing all day long. Like, there's like a power and calmness. And I try not to let people really get me worked up. So I noticed some people were like, oh, BTC 11 Sarah would have punched Sydney in the face. For one, I'm in my mid-30s. I'm not trying to be physically fighting with people. Like, you grow out of it. So your patience becomes a little bit better, which is why I'm able to stay so calm. Plus, I'm not the type of person that's going to hit somebody first. On all these TV shows, I never hit anybody first unless it was the reunion. Because at the reunion, I'm like, okay, all bets are off. I see everything you said about me. You played, you lied, you were behind my back. And then, of course, I would go to the reunions, like, ready to fight. But in real life or in those actual houses, I never hit somebody first. Like, they always did it first. So in this house, Sydney didn't hit me, so I wasn't going to hit her. Natalie didn't hit me on the basketball court, so I wasn't going to hit her. Like, I don't just fight to fight. Like, I think, I don't know, it's just not my thing. It's never been my thing. What are y'all saying? Sydney is scared of Megan. I thought Sydney and Megan were friends. Are they not anymore? Why was Judy leaving? Judy had enough of Sydney. She never got her own room. Remember in the boxing match, how Janelle fought for the room? Well, guess what? Judy still never got her own room. And for them to say somebody sleep in the attic, actually that house had a top floor that had, I think, 2 or 3 bedrooms in it. I don't remember. I never went on the top floor and saw it. The house was 4 levels. It was the basement, which was the gym and the pool that was never turned on, so we couldn't use it. So the water was freezing cold, and of course it was winter when we filmed. It was middle of February. So we couldn't use the hot tub or the pool, which was like, it was so stupid. Then the maintenance guy was like, well, for them to do it, they have to redo some sort of contract, and it's $500 a day. Okay, well, why did they not redo the contract and pay the $500 a day to heat the pool? So we were never able to use the pool. So then the second floor was the, I actually have a video of the house. When I left the house and came to get the rest of my stuff, I have a video of Sydney in the house because me and her were cool, and she was like running around, and I was showing the house. So I actually will post that video some other time because it's definitely in this phone or on my hard drive. But yeah, so the second floor was Janelle's room, living room, dining room, den, where we had the last conversation, the kitchen. The third floor was me and Natalie's room on one side, Christina, Seven, and then, of course, Judy and Sydney on the other side. And then on the top floor is where production would stay in the other 2 or 3 bedrooms that were up there, which I never went up there. Oh, and the water thing. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but if you watch my YouTube reviews, and there's also hints of it in the show, when Seven said she wanted to go home, and I said something about I was cleaning up toilet water with Natalie all night. So somebody mentioned in the finale that there was water leaking. So the very top floor, apparently there's a bathroom that was out of commission. One of the production people used the bathroom, flushed the toilet, and the water was dripping from the 4th floor into Natalie's room. So the night before that thing with Seven, where she was upset her bathroom was dirty, I had stayed up for hours, literally cleaning up toilet water, putting cups on the edge of Natalie's bed as it was dripping through the ceiling, and throwing the water out and whatever. And then eventually, the bedroom smelled horrible. And I don't like sharing my space. I had to share my small ass bed with Natalie. She could have easily went in Janelle's room, who had a king size bed, since she wants to claim that they're friends. But she comes and sleeps in my full size bed after I was up all night. That's what I'm saying. Like, the whole thing was just trash, guys. What is girl code? Yeah, you guys, somebody asked me that earlier. Girl code will be on my next video. I'm going to post it as soon as I'm done with this live. So you'll hear the whole girl code story. Such a joke. You guys are going to be like, what a joke. Girl code was dumb. Let's see. 19. I hope you don't become Natalie's friend again. Yeah, I'm done with that. I have decided it's time to move forward. You can't continue to let people drag you down, and that's basically what ended up happening. So I'm working on a couple other projects right now, which I will be announcing soon. Why was the house so messed up? Yeah, and that house was so damn dirty. Like, keep in mind, it was in the middle of COVID. So for them to not even, you think, during COVID times where it was extreme, even hotels had to double sanitize, and they would put a sterilized thing on the remote control or on the door handles. And say, for instance, if you went into a room in a hotel and you didn't like your room and you left and said, there's something wrong with my room, I want to see a different room, they would actually have to do all this COVID protocol. They wouldn't be allowed to sell that room that you walked in for 2 minutes because of breaking COVID protocol. So in that house, for it to be that dirty, I mean, when I wiped my bathroom counter, the paper towel was like brown with specks all over it, like just complete dirt. In my shower, there was like full hairs of like leg hair or pubic hair, like all in the grout. So that's another thing that I cleaned. I didn't show that, but I have those photos in my phone as well. There was dead bugs everywhere. There was ladybugs everywhere, cobwebs. The first day that I got in there, well, no, not the first day, actually the second, because I came late at night. I spent like 3 hours cleaning my room. The dirt, the bugs, there was a sock under my bed, like trash everywhere. And for it to be COVID times, it's like, wow, this definitely isn't COVID sanitized, when it isn't even like regular maintenance cleaning as far as like 5-year-old cobwebs. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely disgusting. That's why Tanisha didn't stay at the house. Actually, Tanisha already had it in her contract before going there that she wasn't going to stay in the house. She wanted her own space. And originally, none of us were supposed to stay in the house. I originally thought that the house was going to be in Buckhead, and I was going to drive home every night, and then I would come there for filming. So I would at least have the peace and quiet in my own home without people screaming in the middle of the night, Sydney waking people up with pots and pans. But that's not what it ended up happening, because that house was like maybe, hold on, why is this going? Go off, Sarah, give them these receipts. She shouldn't have been there. Sarah should have smacked the fuck out of them damn girls. What? Y'all must be talking about Sydney. Are you going to post more chapters? I have a second book that is coming soon, guys. You know, I posted the title, Tales of the OnlyFans Baddies Edition. So that will be my second book on a different platform. That way everything won't get flagged down. So I will announce what platform it will be on as soon as it's ready. Let's see. Oh, it's not dark on your end. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why my screen went dark. So weird. Me with this backyard is everything. So you guys know how I got these banana plants? Every year I go down to Florida with my mom. I take her for Mother's Day. And there were these banana plants in Alabama. And originally when I actually posted the video a long time ago, we dug up these banana plants. Like, you chop them up, they're actually very hard to get out the ground because they grow together in clumps. And I got a few of them. The next year I got a few more. The third year we went, there was guys outside. I'm like, oh no, we're not even gonna be able to get banana plants. And at that time we had a cooler to put water in them, as well as like the proper shovel. So my bad, I think it was the second time. So I'm like, damn. So I was like, you know what, let's just ask them. And my mom, I was like, you do it. I'm like, no, like, go over there and be like, she would be telling me to do it. She'd be like, hey, so she would be like, can you help me with something? You pressed your boobs together, right? Like, excuse me, can you guys help me, right? So I told my mom, I said, you get out and do it, right? Because she always be wanting to make me do stuff. So my mom went out there, she's like, can we dig up some of your banana plants? And then the guy was like, oh my God, you're more than welcome, because when you separate them, they actually grow healthier. And now I have like banana plants all over my yard, which is crazy because you can buy like a small one, like this tall, maybe the leaf coming out this far, and it's $40 at Lowe's. Like, I have thousands of dollars worth of banana plants at my house now that I literally dug up in Alabama in a ditch. What are you talking about? What do you do to get your hair so long? Any supplements? So I did prenatal pills for a very long time, and then I ended up doing sugar bear hair. My hair gets used to certain things, so I like to switch it up. I now have a different hair vitamin. You can also get like biotin ones from Walmart. And if you have health insurance, you can actually just tell your doctor that you want prenatal pills. So a lot of people don't know this, but they recommend that you take prenatal pills 2 years before you actually even like try to conceive, because just to get the vitamins really in your body, which will keep your hair and your nails healthy for when you do have a baby, because the baby, of course, sucks a bunch of nutrients out of your body. So prenatal pills are extremely helpful. I also work with a hair and skincare company that I just went to Vegas with. I haven't posted the photo yet because I've been doing nonstop chapters, but I was on an all expense paid vacation to Vegas. I don't know why I said in fact all the time. I guess because it was too many damn lies before. Now I have you say in fact. I had to be throwing it in there. But I'm going to do a new video about the hair company, and if you're interested in joining and selling hair and skincare, then I'll have one of my team members train you, because I don't have the time right now to train people. But it's a really great company. The products are super healthy, vegan, anti-aging. So I will share that info with you guys. Was Christina and Natalie's fight edited in Natalie's favor? That fight was really quick on the first episode. I remember them being separated. I yelled, like, get her away from the window, because I didn't want Christina to fall out the window. At one point, I told Natalie to let go of Christina's hair, which Natalie got mad about. And it really didn't last long. Keep in mind, you guys think about it. If these conversations on the show are drug out for the full 20 minutes, like, and you're tired of watching the same conversation, wouldn't you assume that if the fight was longer, they would have drug it out? Of course they would have drug it out. So the fights were very, very short. Even the me and Seven fight, I mean, it happened in a split second. It was like, she said it, she came to me. I remember security jumping in. It got torn apart immediately. I mean, I'm telling you, like, the matter of seconds. Like, they're not going to drag out a 20-minute conversation on a couch, but then cut a fight short. Those fights were stupid, and they were super, super short to begin with. Security was annoying. Yeah, security was really bad. Girl, add me. Unlovely. I don't know how to. Let me see. I'm going to click on your name. I don't know how to do it. You can send me a request, maybe. Unlovely 10, you can send me a request and I'll add you. Because I can see those messages. But don't be saying nothing too crazy because I don't want to talk about, like... Because I see in the comments people are asking about adultery and illegal stuff. Like, I don't want to talk about any of that. Like... Of course, wait, view request. I think I got it. Go live with Unlovely 10. Remember, hey, I just pressed go live with you and it didn't work. Again, what was the girl code? I'll tell you guys later. Oh, hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
So I keep seeing a lot in the comments that the round 2 of Christina and Natalie was cut out from the finale.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything about that? Because I think I missed it.
Okay, so it wasn't even really a round 2. The day that Janelle got there and we had to like backtrack and shoot her entering the house, Christina was still mad about the makeup thing. I don't remember if another makeup incident had happened or possibly, now that I'm thinking about it, we might have had to film Janelle's entrance after the Janelle and Seven, or the Janelle and, oh goodness, the Christina and Natalie fight. So it basically didn't fit into the story. So it might have been the exact same day. I think what happened was the Christina and Natalie fight happened. We then had to shoot Janelle's walk up, and then Christina was still mad and still coming after Natalie, and that's when she was jumping on the couch yelling. And Natalie was in the foyer. So I believe that's what happened. But they never, I don't remember them actually getting into another physical fight in that moment. It was like a bunch of rah-rah back and forth.
Yeah, because a lot of fans were confused. They thought Natalie had got beaten up again by Christina. So a lot of fans wanted to know that right there.
Yeah, y'all would have to ask Christina if there was another fight, but I don't remember there being a fight that day. It was literally production interjecting, asking them to stop because, yeah, they needed to film the walk-up. So that wasn't a fight that day. They had to film the walk-ups, and that's why they were trying to diffuse it and make them not fight. So it was in the promo, but it couldn't be in the show because it doesn't make sense that we're filming Janelle's walk-up when all that's happening, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But this episode was so stressful to watch. I had to skip everything. I had to skip the conversation with Natalie. I just don't like her. I don't want to hear her voice. I just skipped to the parts with you and everything.
And it's unfortunate that Natalie's in every damn scene running her mouth, being fraudulent. It's this isn't the Natalie show. This was supposed to be bad girls coming back with their businesses, and it's
yeah,
Natalie show and little kids fighting.
And I noticed when you were calling Natalie out about how you get lawyers and this and that, but you're explaining yourself. But then she wants to raise her voice, so you can't get your story and tell your side of the truth.
Oh, that's what happened on the finale?
Yeah, because she was talking about how you're in court all day, every day, but then the second you explain yourself, she wants to raise her voice and everything, so you can't get your side of the truth out.
Oh, so that's funny because the video that I already edited that I'm about to post not only explains girl code, but it explains what happened when she said all that in the hallway. Security literally tried to make me stay in my room, and when I realized cameras were there and recording her, y'all gotta wait till this next video. I don't want to spoil it. Y'all are gonna be like, what the actual fuck? Because it explains the toilet paper, it explains girl code, and it explains why it takes me a while to come out the room. Security was in my room and wouldn't let me out. And I turned the cameras. I said, oh, hell no. I realized she was about to paint another picture, and I was I shoved security out the way. It's let me out of my room. I'm not about to keep doing this.
I'm still confused about the whole girl code because Tanisha didn't even want to explain it. You're like, well, what's girl code? And she didn't want to explain it. I was just laughing the entire time. Girl, explain it.
Yeah,
I started looking confused over here.
Yeah, it was actually 2 separate lies. One lie I won't disclose because it throws somebody under the bus that I don't want to throw under the bus. But the first lie she had told was that I called Jacob, which I never called Jacob. It was actually Natalie who called Christina's boyfriend in one of the first couple episodes, which made Christina mad. So what Natalie did to Christina, she then told Tanisha I did that to her. Mm-hmm. She told the group that. But then she told Tanisha separately a whole separate lie, which was even more extreme that nobody knows about. Even some of the production doesn't know what that lie was because they were confused when they conducted the interviews. They were like, it's interesting that only Natalie's interview is at the end, the girl code thing. And I told her what the real girl code thing was. And they're like, oh my God, Sarah, that's so messed up. And I'm like, this bitch nonstop lies. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, you already proved she's a fraud and she's a liar. And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
All that karma. I would say all that karma is going to catch up with her at the end. And it's going to bite her in the fucking ass.
Oh, it really is. Wait till the second book comes out. Like, y'all are going to go crazy. It's going to be really crazy. The second book,
I'm going to be tuning the fuck in. And all I see is these little comments up here, so I'm going to get off because I'm about to get crazy with them.
Okay, cool. I'm actually about to post the video and get off this live, so you guys can watch the video about the finale.
Okay. Thank you for adding me. I love you.
All right, you're welcome. Love you back. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, yes, I am going to go ahead, since you guys want to know about what girl code is and what actually happened in the toilet paper and things like that, I am going to get off this live and I'm going to post the video for you guys now. Mwah. Good night.